Well, Coach, the Broncos come off a nice bye week, get some work in practice, and now we face number one Denver coming into town this weekend.
Well, it's an exciting weekend for our hockey program and for hockey fans here in the western part of Michigan. Got Denver coming in, defending national champions, number one in the country. Have yet to lose a game this year. Just came off a great series against Boston College and Boston University, two perennial powers in college hockey. So we're really excited to have the opportunity to play against them, and would like nothing better than to be the first team to give them a loss this year. So great week last week of practice. You talked about it. A lot of intensity. Worked a lot on our preparation for this weekend, and guys did a great job every single day. They brought the effort. The conditioning was enhanced, and our technical and tactical ability. So we're excited about what's going to happen this weekend.
Back in the CCHA days, facing off against the number one team in the nation happened, maybe once every 2 to 3 years. But now it's just kind of the new normal in the NCHCs. How do you deal with that, knowing that every year you're going to be facing them, 2, 3, sometimes 4 times, depending on the team?
Well, there was a decision made a number of years ago for us to enter the NCHC. We were invited to participate in this league, and you take a look at it, the power in college hockey lays in our league here, and you talk about every single weekend, whether you're playing the number one team in the country or not, you're playing a great opponent in a great facility led by a great coaching staff. So Denver's just another one of the teams in our league. It's our first actual conference games this weekend, and we've got number one coming in. So it's just something that we prepare for when we enter the NCHC. That's why players want to come play here at Western Michigan. We're the only team in this state that plays in the NCHC, and it's a great challenge for everybody.
Andy, Denver returns just about everybody from their team of a year ago that won the national championship. Were you surprised that they returned all those players and some of them didn't move on?
Well, was I surprised that they returned all their players? I maybe used the word disappointed, but no. That's the way that it should be. And when you run a program like they run, players certainly enjoy the school, enjoy the success they had, and they're a group of young guys. They're not a team that is full of seniors, even with the returning star players that they do have. So, it's great for college hockey. It's great for us. We want to play against the best, and it just creates a great challenge for our team.
You were one of the few teams that beat them last year. What's the key to success against Denver?
Well, we had great games with them. As you remember, the 2 games out in Denver were outstanding games as well. We lost both of those. Won the first game back here in the rematch, and didn't play real well in the second game at home last year. But, you've got to skate with them. You've got to manage the puck. They've got people that are really good when they've got the puck in their hands. And the bottom line is to try and keep it out of their hands by managing it yourself. We're going to need to execute well in terms of breakouts, neutral zone plays. Need to make their team play down below the circles, which is difficult because they're very adept at getting and shooting lanes, passing lanes, and their transition game is as good as anybody in college hockey, and they've got a lot of speed up front. So, we need to have the puck make great decisions. And the other thing that I don't think people give Denver enough credit for is they're physically engaged. They're a determined, hard-working team that's very strong in the puck. So, we're going to have to win our puck battles this weekend as well.
You touched on it a little bit earlier. Having that extra week off before you head into conference play, how does that help you?
Well, I think you always look at things in a positive way, and we came off a very solid game against Michigan State, so the guys were feeling real good about our game going into the off week, and we took it as a work week. We had time to really focus. We managed our week. We went real hard for 2 days off ice and on ice, and worked on a lot of things, and took Wednesday off, gave the guys a chance to focus on studies, get the body regenerated. Came back Thursday, Friday, went really hard again, and worked on some things that we want to use as part of our game plan here this weekend, and then took Saturday and Sunday off to give the players, again, a weekend off. It's the first weekend, or the last weekend we're going to have off here until the Christmas break. But, I thought we really used our time well, and the guys worked extremely hard, and, gave us an advantage in terms of, being fully recovered injury-wise. We'll have everybody on deck this weekend as well.
You touched on the NCHC. When you have a conference with so many good teams, yourself, Denver, the other, North Dakota, how do you kind of go about picking parts of different programs and emulating them? Is there any kind of sense of that?
Well, I don't feel that we try to emulate anybody in particular. You take the good things that programs are doing, and whether it's in our league or other leagues, and we'd like to think it's our own culture, our own structure here, what we believe in that's going to make the difference for us. So I'd like to think teams are trying to emulate us. That's the position you want to be in. So we don't model ourselves after anybody. We play our own style here. We play hard. We compete. We give everybody an opportunity to play. We share ice time and try to get after our opponents. So, there's 7 other great teams in the NCHC, and they all have a lot of respect for each other.
Coach, just one last question. We have the big jersey wall in the hallway, and you get to add another one after Chase Balassi made his debut against the Detroit Red Wings over the weekend. Did you get a chance to see any of it?
I didn't get a chance to see it, but you talk about a character player and a guy that was a leader here in our program, and the way he went about his business every single day, whether it was on the ice, off the ice, the extra workouts that he got in, and just exciting for our program to see Chase get an opportunity to play in the National Hockey League, and I'm excited to hang his portrait up there as a guy that's played in the National Hockey League.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Well, Scott, how was the bye week?
Yeah, it was great. We definitely used it to prepare for Friday and Saturday this weekend. I thought we used our time, though, very well. We got after it, and we definitely got some conditioning in and worked on some technical stuff, but it was a great week.
Number 1 Denver comes into town. Obviously, playing against the number 1 team in the country is kind of a new normal for Western Michigan, being in the NCHC. What do you take out of that, and then how much motivation does it give you to try to become that number 1 team in the country?
Yeah, it's we're excited for the opportunity. It's a great game for us to make a statement. And you're right, like the NCHC, I mean, we have so many power teams that find themselves in those top rankings, and it's a great opportunity for us, so we're just excited for it.
Scott, when you think of Denver, what comes to mind?
Just a team that battles. I mean, they're very heavy on the puck. They work hard. Everyone works hard, and they're physical too, and they're just a team that you can't take a night off against them. They're a very hard-working team, and we respect them.
You get the advantage. You're playing the number 1 team in the country, but you get to open them up here.
Yeah.
To play them at home first, what does that do for you guys?
Well, if we expect the Lost Lunatics to be in full force, and they definitely kind of help everyone get pumped up, I guess. But I don't know if we'll actually need that. But it's great that we'll be able to be at home, and I don't know if it really is an advantage, but we hope to see it as one, though.
Halloween coming up tomorrow. Who's got the best costume on the team?
I don't know. I saw a couple of them this past week. I think Will Massey had a good one. I think he was like Zeus or something, but I don't know. It was good. He did a good job with it. Put it together well.
Thank you, Scott.
Yeah, thanks.